In this video, let's talk about Atomos' updates to their Cloud Studio and their virtual live stream mixing. All right, real quick, you're watching Video Brand. Special thanks to our sponsors for helping make this NAB coverage possible. We got Metricool, Massive, OpenReel, Vestigit, and Adspective. All right, now back to the video. I'm here with Paul from Atomos, and we're going to talk about some cloud updates.
Yeah, we've got a lot of updates for NAB this year. So let's start from the beginning. So we're expanding our Cloud Studio offering. So Cloud Studio has been around for a few months now. We've made some massive improvements to it. We've launched a new subscription service, really cost-effective subscription service, which opens up a whole lot of new features for Atomos Cloud Studio. So of course, Atomos Cloud Studio, for those that don't know, is the gateway for all of our connected products. So we mustn't forget the hardware that feeds into that Cloud Studio. So all of our connected products can feed into Atomos Cloud Studio. So updates, right, okay, so we've got a major update for all of our Camera-to-Cloud integration. So there's the Adobe Camera-to-Cloud, Frame.io, integration. When we launched our paid subscriptions a few weeks ago, we've got a really cool feature on Camera-to-Cloud which is called progressive uploads. So previously you'd have to wait for the file, the camera to stop recording, for that file, then the proxy file, then to go up into the cloud to arrive in Frame.io. Now we have this progressive file upload system, which is an Atomos feature. As you're actually recording, that file is already going up into Atomos Cloud Studio, and then the second you finish, the file just gets closed off, and then within a couple of minutes, what could be an hour's take will appear in Frame.io. So it's super, super quick. Part of the other thing that we've got with the cloud subscriptions is that much more ability to change the bit rate and the resolution of the file that's going up to the cloud, where that used to be fixed. So that's two major updates there. On the sort of the capture to cloud side of it, we also have announced an integration which is coming up mid sort of 2023 with Sony CI Cloud. So we'll again be able to connect our equipment, our connected devices to Atomos Cloud Studio, and then choose that as a destination. So it's more choice for our customers just to choose a different platform if that's their workflow. So that's on the cloud side for sort of the camera to cloud.
I could actually ask for, like, what are some of the highlight features? I know there's a new one that just came out, but Atomos Cloud Connect, sort of what are some of the use case scenarios, or sort of like what are some things you could do with it, just as like an overview, if someone wasn't familiar with Cloud?
Oh, so as in the different services that you can hook into?
Yeah, like what are some use cases you would use it for?
Plenty of use cases. You can go directly to streaming platforms from our Cloud Studio. From
your camera from here?
You basically configure it in the cloud, and you're effectively streaming directly from your Atomos device and your camera straight to YouTube or to Twitch or custom RTMPS, whatever, Facebook Live. Camera to cloud, obviously we just talked about, you can stream to that. And then
that could potentially send the media, like if you needed a remote editor or someone to start working on the files, is that a workflow for that? Or? That's
it, yeah. So the whole camera to cloud workflow, and it's been proven really that the last year that it's been rocketed, people using it is just massively expanding month on month. Basically the whole concept is that you record two files internally on our SSD, high quality sort of hero file and a lower quality proxy file, and all with matching timecode and metadata, and then it's the proxy file or the H.265 file that then goes up into the cloud that someone remotely anywhere in the world can start using and editing, dropping onto the timeline, and whilst they still have the pristine hero file, if you like, on our device. But I guess what we've done with some of the updates for increased resolution and bit rates on the file that goes up to the cloud is that a lot of people now are actually using that file as their master file. It doesn't necessarily need to be regarded as a proxy file, because you can have, on some of our paid plans where you have up to, custom rates that you can set. You could set a 30 megabit per second H.265, super high quality file. And we're finding people are using that. The different use cases would be in sports or events.
Something where straight to web, and you're like...
Something where you just want to get stuff on social media really quickly, and it looks great. We've had plenty of use cases this year of people using camera to cloud in that way, which is really nice to see that slightly different workflow from the proxy hero workflow of sort of episodic TV and movie type of workflow.
And then did you want to mention what the new feature they rolled out with for Cloud Connect? For the studio?
We've got live production, which is now, we announced a little while ago, but that's now live. So the live production is using the same Connect hardware, but this time that can be a live input to in-cloud production, as in a whole production suite, vision mixer, sound mixer, talkback, tally, graphics, overlays, all of that in the cloud.
So that's you are mixing the live stream in the cloud. That's different from because you have another device that's like a multi-input, like a mixer, mixing locally, right? That's
this is taking into this is completely separate. This is taking this example here. This would be taking a Shogun Connect, one camera into a Shogun Connect. That's the gateway to the internet, to Atomos Cloud Studio, and then just configuring on Atomos Cloud Studio that I want that to go into a live production. And this is now camera 2 in a live production. The operator here, if they plugged in a headset, they would have talkback, they'd be able to hear program sound, they could talk back to the director, they've got tally. It's literally like an instant outside broadcast without any of the external kit that would normally be in an outside broadcast truck.
Yeah.
It's all running in the cloud. These cameras literally could be anywhere in the world, and the production, the people that are driving the production and the reviewing the production, they could be anywhere in the world as well. Completely remote production.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And then what about the edit features?
So the edit feature, that's a brand new feature that we've only just announced a few days ago, and that's really another example of how we're trying to create, and we are creating a very rounded offering for our cloud. We want someone to be able to buy our hardware and then use it in many different ways, because people are doing different jobs every day. Sometimes they might want to be doing Camera-to-Cloud one day, they might want to be doing live production, and we've now launched Atomos Cloud Edit. And what that is, it's using the same connectivity up into Atomos Cloud Studio, but this time going into a web-based cloud editor where the content can directly go from our device literally into a bin and then onto a timeline of a cloud editor. And the cloud editor is, because it's web-based and in the cloud, anyone in the world can be collaborating on that edit. So you can have multiple people collaborating on that edit and reviewing, annotating, commenting on it, and you, from our new Atomos Cloud Edit, you can then publish directly to social media like YouTube and Vimeo. Okay. As well as, if you wanted to go more to a craft editor, you can then publish, you can export to Final Cut or Premiere. Like an XML file that you can take to. Exactly. And if you're publishing directly from Cloud Connect, is that publishing the proxy files? It is, but as you say, proxy files is probably almost like the wrong term now, because it could be. I think we need a new term, because it could be a super high quality H.265 file, for instance. But then if you go to if you take that and you go to another NLE, so if you go to like a Premiere, then you can relink that to your hero file. You actually could, because we're still recording a high quality file. Let's say on our Connect, Atomos Connect or the Shogun Connect, we could be recording a 4K 30 file, ProRes file, at the same time as the file that's going up into the cloud. So there's many different ways that we could do it, but certainly within the Atomos Cloud Edit, we imagine that people will be using it, and the feedback we've got is that people will be using it to get a high quality HD 60 file, nice bit rate H.265 file, edited quickly, packaged up, clipped, some nice graphics, some branding, and then straight out on social. Yeah, and that definitely speeds up the workflow a lot. Yeah, I know it's not a new for the show, but the NDI accessory. Yeah, so an NDI, again, that was a fairly recent announcement. Again, massive pickup actually. So NDI, we announced a little while ago that we're doing it. We've now got HX2 as a transmission source built in as a $99 activation. Because obviously we have the network connectivity, we have the Ethernet, Giga Ethernet, we have the Wi-Fi 6. So we now can go into a mode for NDI where we can record locally. We can obviously tap into any HDMI or SDI camera or video source, and we can then just transmit as HDI HX2 to any compatible NDI device, which of course are hundreds of thousands of NDI compatible devices. And that obviously runs on a local network. That's not based in the cloud, but that runs on a local network. And again, that's just another way of using our sort of connected devices to be able to go to the cloud. The feedback we've had on the NDI stuff actually is that we're quite unique in the sort of category of being an on-camera monitor recorder, and because we're on camera, we can be battery operated, and we have the best of breed Wi-Fi into our products, Wi-Fi 6. So what that means is for NDI is that we can be effectively a mobile NDI source, a mobile NDI camera. We're not necessarily tethered to a cable, to a network cable. Yeah. So and that's really quite a powerful benefit for our users to have that mobile connectivity to NDI. Are there kind of futures? So right now, if you wanted to do like Wi-Fi integration on the Ninja, you sort of have to have the extra accessory, right? Yeah. So is there a kind of future of like integrating Wi-Fi more into the monitors? Yeah, there is, and of course that was really the purpose of the new Shogun Connect. So the Shogun Connect, the 7-inch HDR screen. That is all built in. So we've got the built-in Wi-Fi connectivity, air glue wireless sync technology. That's all built in. And we deliberately on the Ninja, we deliberately built that as a module because, of course, we've got hundreds of thousands of users out there already using a Ninja 5 or a Ninja 5 Plus. So we wanted them to be able to come in at a really cost-effective price point to be able to join into the same workflow as everything else. But of course, as we move forward, connectivity is the thing. People will always love us and still use our products for the core features that they bought for, external recording, super high quality HDR monitoring screens, or the connectivity to multiple mirrorless cameras for RAW, for ProRes RAW, for instance. But now we've got this connectivity on the top, then of course we'll be keeping that in the front of our minds for all the future products, because the power really of our products now is to be able to leverage the cloud and obviously all the cloud services that we've got from that hardware. So it's a perfect marriage really of hardware and software and cloud.
Yeah, I think everything being integrated and cloud connected is the future. Was there anything we didn't touch on? I know there were a lot of updates.
I think that's about it. So it's been another exciting year. The last year has been a bit of a roller coaster. It's been good.
Cool, well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, thanks for watching the video. For more of our NAB videos, be sure to check out our playlist right here, and be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode.